Today's video feature is, if you're being arrested for a DUI, should you submit to breath testing? Should you blow? Well, the answer depends on which state you're being charged in. I'm licensed in both North Carolina and South Carolina, and my answers are different because the laws are so different. I'll explain in more detail. Now, this is a very common question we get. We get it from clients in the office. Now, of course, by the time they come into the office, that question has already been answered. Not to worry, we can defend your case either way. And we get it from friends at dinner and just folks in general wanting to know, should I blow if I'm being arrested for a DUI? All right, first we'll talk about South Carolina because the laws, in my opinion, are more fair. In fact, they're inherently fair because everything has to be video recorded here. The officers will tell you that you have the right to refuse breath testing, but that if you do, you will lose your license for 6 months. If you exercise your right to refuse, that's it. That's game over. And the state will have to rely on whatever evidence they have up until that point. In North Carolina, however, it is different, and their laws, in my view, are inherently unfair. Here's why I say that. The officer will tell you, just like in South Carolina, that you have the right to refuse breath testing, but that if you do, you will lose your license for a full year. And also, more importantly, if you dare exercise the right you were just told you have, then the state has the right to go get a warrant from a judge and go take you to a hospital and put a needle in your vein and do a blood draw, even against your will. And it's so bad that if you try to resist and are somehow injured, you still can't sue anybody. So if you exercise the right to refuse that the officer says you have, that right is taken away and you are taken to a hospital for a blood draw. So in North Carolina, I would rather you take the breath test because I can argue the inherent frailties and irregularities of that machine versus a blood draw. Plus, I don't know about you, I don't like needles, so I don't want them around me. So in South Carolina, refuse breath testing. In North Carolina, please take it for the reasons we just described. Now, I know that's a lot of information and it may be somewhat confusing, so you're welcome to reach out to me for additional answers. My mobile number, 704-351-7979, or you can email me, robert@rjrlaw.com. Thank you. Hope it helps.